Here we presents the top 5 best budget smartphones. Starting at number 5. Samsung Galaxy S9. Nearly a year later, the Galaxy S9 is still an excellent phone that delivers some of the best hardware, performance, and photography of any handset you can buy today. But it's about to meet its replacement in the Galaxy S10, which Samsung will launch February 20 in San Francisco. While that means the Galaxy S9 and the larger Galaxy S9 Plus will no longer be the most competitive phones for 2019, there's also good news for anyone shopping around for a deal. Samsung, the carriers, and retail stores usually lower the price of previous models. Samsung's upcoming Galaxy S10 is also rumored to have as many as 6 total cameras, and perhaps a 3D front-facing camera, to unlock the phone with a secure scan of your face. These would all be exciting changes to nudge the Galaxy S10 toward the future, while a small portion of the population ventures to try Samsung's upcoming 5G handset and daring foldable phone. But for those who'd rather sit back and wait for the kinks to be worked out and save a buck while doing it, will find a powerful, faithful phone in 2018's Galaxy S9. Following on from the S8, the Samsung Galaxy S9 seemed to be a case of Samsung playing it safe, with not enough changes for our liking to make this a truly standout phone. With the launch of the Galaxy S10, the S9 has to be re-evaluated, particularly as its price has dropped. Now, with many similar features to the S10, including the high-quality OLED display and fantastic camera, the S9 is now a great alternative choice for people that want flagship specs, but at a lower price, making it arguably a better choice today than it was at launch. For more information and price, check out the product links in description. At number 4. Apple iPhone 7. The iPhone 7 is a year and a half old, and will hit 2 years in September, when new iPhones are probably arriving. Where does that leave you, possible iPhone shopper? The iPhone 7 isn't a bad place to land if you're bargain shopping and want the basics, as it starts at only $549 for 32 GB. It has a nearly identical physical design to the iPhone 8, water resistance for spills or pool drops, a solid haptic feedback home button. And no headphone jack. The iPhone 7 doesn't have wireless charging like the iPhone 8 and iPhone X, but does that matter? Lightning works fine. That's hypothetical for the moment, since we haven't tested iOS 12 on an iPhone 7 yet. But it means that, if you're looking for a solid camera and phone, this could be your best budget pick. Even ahead of the starting-to-age iPhone SE. The iPhone SE is still cheaper though, starting at $349 for 32 GB. Curved wraparound screen? Nope. Wireless charging? Not yet. Are you bothered that the 2016 iPhone looks the same as its predecessor? If you are, I understand the feeling. The iPhone 7 doesn't feel like the whole new thing. Does that bother you? Maybe. But is it better? Yeah, it is. Except for one small 3.5mm thing. The gap between iPhone 8 and iPhone 7 isn't as great as you think, and for the right price, this is still an excellent pick if you're not chasing the latest bleeding-edge iPhone and want to save some money. Halfway of my listed number 3. LG Stylo 6. If you've ever been to a prepaid carrier store in America, there's a good chance you've seen one particular LG phone, the Stylo. As much as LG has struggled to gain notoriety for its high-end smartphone, the Stylo has remained shockingly popular among consumers and is now into its 6th generation. I reviewed the Stylo 5 when it was released last year, and I thought it was a decent option for anyone looking for a Galaxy Note-style device on a budget. The screen is a 6.8-inch 2460 x 1080 IPS LCD, with decent enough colors and contrast for a budget device. There is a shadow effect around the camera notch, but every phone with an LCD screen and a camera cutout has the same issue to varying degrees. Speaking of the camera notch, it's definitely on the larger side, but I'm not too worried about lost screen space with a display this massive. The Stylo 6 follows an aggravating trend in budget phones by using a textured plastic to emulate the look and feel of glass. This glossy finish makes the rear case a magnet for fingerprints and smudges. The edges of the phone also have the same texture, making the phone rather slippery. As comically large as the Stylo 6 already is, buying a case that provides more grip is probably a good idea. The Stylo's fingerprint sensor generally didn't have issues reading for me, but it's placed so high up on the phone that I sometimes had to reposition my hand to reach it. In the end, I don't really see any compelling reasons for most people to buy the LG Stylo 6. Perhaps if you can get an exceptionally good deal on one, this phone will hold you over until you can afford something better. But the performance issues are extremely unlikely to be resolved by software updates, and we just don't think MediaTek's budget Helio chips make any sense to choose when Qualcomm alternatives are readily available at the same price point. LG goofed on the Stylo in 2020, hopefully they'll see the error of their ways and correct course on the next iteration. For more information and price, check out the product links in description. Coming in at number 2. Samsung Galaxy A50. Last year, if you told me Samsung would soon make some of the best mid-range smartphones, I would have laughed you off. Samsung's mid-range J and A series phones were utterly incompetent, with designs straight out of 2015. It took longer than expected, but the Chinese assault has finally had an effect. Samsung is now playing on the offensive, and the Galaxy A50 is the best example of what happens when the company decides to get serious. Marking the top end of the A series, the Galaxy A50 takes phones like the Redmi Note 7 Pro and Pocophone F1 head-on. The Galaxy A50 picks up the gradient style of the M30 and gives it a rather attractive rainbow-like sheen. The phone looks great and will definitely turn heads. The weight reduction combined with excellent ergonomics makes the Galaxy A50 comfortable to hold. The back panel smoothly flows and curves around the edges, ensuring there are no hard edges hurting your palm. The central frame is made of metal and has the volume rocker and power button on the right. On the left is a tray with dual nano SIM card slots as well as a dedicated microSD card slot. You might have noticed the lack of a fingerprint reader at the back. That's because the Galaxy A50 employs an optical in-display fingerprint scanner. It works fine, but definitely isn't as fast as a standard capacitive fingerprint reader. The in-display scanner takes just over a second to recognize your biometrics and let you into your phone. Personally, I found the face unlock option faster, but it definitely isn't as safe. Additionally, Samsung has released the upgraded Galaxy A51, which is a marked improvement in the imaging department over the original, and offers better and more modern specifications. And number 1. Nokia 7 II. The Nokia 7 II has all the aspects of a competent smartphone, and then tries to push a little further. Its design is great, with a look and feel that's not too unlike the new Google Pixel 4. Though its lack of water resistance is a testament to its mid-range status. The display is big and bright, but the LCD panel doesn't manage to keep up with OLED displays. And that's still true when factoring in its pure display mode, which converts content into HDR. Performance is smooth across the board for the Nokia 7 II. Browsing, texting, streaming video, gaming, and snapping pictures all happens with ease. The Nokia 7 II tries to be special with its cameras. The primary camera does an excellent job in all conditions, as does the selfie camera. There's a wide-angle camera and a depth sensor as well, but these do little to improve the experience, only offering some ways to get playful shots. In the US, you're looking at paying $349 for a model with 128 GB of storage and 4 GB of RAM. In the UK, there currently only seems to be a version with 64 GB of storage and 4 GB of RAM, and that will set you back £249.99. The Nokia 7 II offers premium design and solid performance at a mid-range price. It's only when the phone tries to go above and beyond with features like a wide-angle camera that it stumbles. I have included these product link in the description. You can check out this link for more information and latest price. Thank you for watching this video. Please hit the like button, share with your friends, and be sure to subscribe.